can you 3D print a headlight intake? You can 3D print a lot of stuff. You can get about 90% there. Obviously, you're going to need to print the projector housing, but we're going to go from this to a version of an intake that's underneath this right here. We're going to show how to 3D print this, what this can help, what kind of airflow you can get out of this. And I'll briefly just now go over this setup that I recently just purchased. I don't want to make this a 3D printing channel, but this is a Bamboo Lab P1S, just an enclosed 3D printer. The only downfall to this printer is its size. I mean, it still can print pretty big. And then I bought this kind of enclosure for the enclosure because it is out in the garage. It's pretty cold out here, and you want to keep the temps kind of regulated. Also, this box is fireproof, so things can sit in there, and I don't have to worry about, if I walk away, that it's going to set the whole, the garage on fire. I'm going to be using ASA for this print. ASA is a filament material kind of like ABS. ABS, you may have heard of, ABS plastic. It's just a little bit less toxic, not a lot, but a little bit less. And it handles UV protection, or it handles UV, pollutants better. So it's going to stand up to light and won't warp as much as plastic would. You could make this out of plastic, but it may not withstand the heat and the elements as well. I will say I was going to provide the file to print this GC8 headlight, just provide it down below for free. However, I did not design the file. I did originally buy one, slightly modified it, and then it didn't work out, so I just used the one that I purchased. But I will say it's not mine to give away. I couldn't, in good conscience, give somebody's intellectual property away. So I do have a link below with the where you can buy the STL file. I think it was like $30. It's not crazy expensive for just the STL. But this whole process we're going to be able to do for about $75 to $80, including the cost of the STL file. And I'll go into all that. Well, actually right now, $30 for the STL file. Then you obviously need a 3D printer if you don't have one. I mean, this doesn't include the cost of the 3D printer, but the amount of material used was like about $5 worth of material. Then you have the projector light, which again, I'll include links to that. I bought it on AliExpress. Cheap projector, does the job, fits in with this headlight very well. That was $18, 18 or 20 bucks, and then a bulb. And then 2 pigtails to go from the GC8 connector to the new bulb connector. And that's pretty much it. All of that will entail about $75 to $80, and you can do this for yourself. The labor involved, besides printing, if you want it to come out color matched and you want to paint it, kind of smooth it out and things like that, obviously that's going to add to what you do, but you could literally just 3D print this, kind of take it off and be ready to go. So let's go into this real quick. Let's show the process. Because it was a fun one. So current status, see it's coming along. Again, this is ASA. Looks like it's got about another 3 hours left. And you can see it looks kind of funky from the sides. It's because I added supports in, but you can see the makings of this side over here of the headlight, and obviously the circle for the projector is going down that way. Quick update on that. Looking good. So the first half of the light is done. Done in printed. It looks very good. However, there were some minor blemishes. So you can see from the top. I'm not trying to move it too much. And the reason what you're seeing on there now, the brown, is actually fiberglass. So basically what I did was I took some Bondo glass and just trying to fill in some spots that maybe even this spot you won't even see when it's on the car. This you will, a little bit just right there. Just some blemishes in the actual 3D print. See the front fascia looks great. But what we're gonna do is let this dry and then I'll sand it, and then I'll just put like some Plasti Dip on top. Obviously Plasti Dip is made to adhere to plastic. You spray paint this black. I'll take, adding this to the job only took maybe like 30 minutes, very quick. You can see it came out fairly well for the most part. I was just trying to, get close to perfection. If you just try to print this out, it would probably come out just fine for your application. printing the other half now. Let's take a little look in there. The other half of the light. And it's looking decent. But basically the other half will be from kind of here over. So the light will go right here, the circle part, and then this will be the open air part that'll basically go back to the intake. We have a light to actually put inside. So this is the light that I bought on, like, this was cheap, like $18. And then I bought a bulb that goes with it. And this will be the projector that actually, and you can see it's already kind of made for it. See the holes in the back, the holes on the side of this. So yeah, everything's looking good. Just minor update in the process. This was about 7 hours to print, and this will be, I think, 6. So 13 hours. About with the light was the most expensive part, $18. And the bulb was $20, so it was $38. All in all, this should cost less than like $50 to print. So looking really good. Fiberglass has been sanded down. I started to plasti dip it, gave it one coat so far. You can see it's gonna look the side, obviously, that I was mainly concerned about. You won't even see that side. And then the inside. It's gonna look good, plasti dipped again. This is only one coat. I'll probably make it black. This is camo green for now. The other thing is heating up the camo green in here. The other thing is I had to start the other side over, the other print. It kind of, and that's one of the downsides of 3D printing. Sometimes prints just fail. Could be any number of things, a filament issue. You can look up 3D printers and see the kind of issues that you can run into. But this one specifically, I think it was just a support issue. The amount of support I was giving to the actual 3D print. It's a big piece, so I got to kind of print it diagonally. I can't print it up. I can't print it sideways. You'll see when it comes out. It's pretty big. But that's where we stand right now. I'll give this one a couple more coats, and then we can kind of go from there. I don't have black plastic right now. I only have the camo green, but my car is camo green, so I'll buy some black plastic dip probably later. But for right now, just to get it up and fitted, we can use the camo green plastic dip to kind of give it that feel. Obviously, the rest of it's still printing, but it looks like it fits very well. Very well in there. Obviously, took the grill out to make room for this. Again, the other half's printing. It should be done in about another 5 hours or so. I took the grill out here. The color, because I'm using a plastic can, it doesn't match as opposed to a sprayer. It doesn't match perfectly, but I'm going to black plastic dip. This is just for thinner right now. I don't have any black plastic dip like readily accessible, but it's gonna look super sweet. You just gotta put this guy in here. So this will go in the back. We can kind of show that actually right now. Okay, so now we have the light in. Look, came out really nice. I still need the adapter to go from an H11 bulb here that goes in here to the headlight, which I bought one on Amazon, just a quick adapter. So I don't know, because I'm not gonna probably run this all the time. I'm probably gonna run it just track most likely. I don't really drive the car a lot on the road anyway, because I don't want rain to get in there, but I like to have the option to go back and forth. It's a pretty easy swap out. So all in all, it looks great right now. Really like it a lot. Just wait for this puppy to get done printing, and then we'll put the other side in, the other side of this headlight. It's like right here, and then we'll be done. So the print is complete. Looks good. You can see all the tree supports I had to add, but we'll take this out. It's been cooling off for a little bit. Look, it already just came off the plate. I didn't need to snap it. Put it over here next to this headlight so we can give it a quick once over. But you can see with the tree supports, it looks very similar to this little guy. And these tree supports are pretty easy to snap. They literally just like pop off. So you can see, just pop it off. They're meant to be easy to remove. You can see just pulling them all off. And it's really smooth underneath. So I just popped the majority of them off. I'll pop the rest of them off and then we'll see how it looks. Okay, so now we have all the tree supports removed. Very quick process. Looks very similar to the headlight there. Minor blemishes here or there. I'm gonna probably do the same thing. Sand it, put some fiberglass on it. You kind of see like this kind of rough edge right here. I can definitely clean that up. Smooth this out down here. Some sanding, but I mean, the overall design, very, very nice. Let's see if it'll fit in here. So it does have these little like holes here to just line up with those. Just kind of slide it in there. But you can see already, I mean, it's gonna look very nice. Painted green, and then the holes are lining up with the holes here very well. I mean, a little bit over, but gonna be pretty nice. Just need to clean it up a little bit, but looks good. Okay, so added a lot of fiberglass to this just to make it easier. Wanted to fill in this area kind of. I'm gonna be able to smooth that out. I'd rather have too much on there and I can take it back. Just anything that didn't look perfectly smooth, I added fiberglass to. Really easy to sand off. Just gonna wet sand it. And then again, put on some of that same plasti dip I did there. I didn't really show the process on the other one, but it's really just, this is 120, this is 320, and then this is 600. I just step it up. Makes it easy to kind of sand, smooth out, and then plasti dip over. And you can see how smooth this one came out. Like, I mean, it looks like a regular just piece of plastic here. ASA is pretty easy to sand and paint and smooth out with just acetone, and you don't need to do this much fiberglassing or anything like that with the file I provided. I wanted to just because this is going to take me like an extra hour or so total sanding and painting it and stuff, so might as well just throw that into the mix. But again, when you're doing this, I don't know if I said in other videos, definitely wear a mask, just because fiberglass, this is Bondo glass, so it's not like, it's just a fiberglass like reinforcement. You definitely don't want to inhale this stuff, but I'll sand this and then we'll show that and then we'll paint it real quick and put it on. Okay, so while the plasti dip is drying, went about getting the light bulb actually working. So the light that I bought was a cheap one off AliExpress for like this whole housing cost me $18, and then the bulb, I bought a more expensive bulb, but you can buy a cheaper one. This is an H8 bulb. So that H8 bulb has a different connector. The connector looks more like this. So what I did was I purchased a $2 pigtail off of Amazon for one side, and then this other pigtail was maybe I think combined they were like $7 for one pigtail. You can buy them on eBay too. And basically this is the pigtail that goes, this is a normal headlight for a GC8. I used the multimeter to check, but it worked out really well. It was just red to red and black to black to get this to light up. So we can plug this in. Blue is for the high beam. And with these lights, you can use a high beam. There is, even though it's just one bulb, it's kind of the same. What it has here, it comes with this extra connection, and basically what you would do is plug that blue in. I'm not really concerned with the high beam though right now. The blue you would plug in, and it actually takes the bulb from the light, and instead of pointing it down, it kind of angles it more up inside the actual projector housing. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I have this. We can plug it in and then give it a check. Okay, so as you can see, light works super bright. I'm going to, and you can see just the plug. Again, make sure you solder it, but it's just red to red, black to black, and then just plug it in. Pretty straightforward. I'll clean up those plugs. I may bring the light, the projector out so it's closer to the front. I mean, the light's going to project fine. You can see it. You can see the light projecting all the way up to here easily. But let's just wait. I'll put a couple more coats on this guy, get it dry, and then we should be able to put everything back together and see how it looks. In the meantime, I will say again, I'll talk briefly on it. I need to move the power steering here because it's going to hit the power steering reservoir before it hits the intake. Also, I don't have a MAF sensor, so I can just shorten this pipe. I have a spare one. I'm not going to ruin this pipe, but I'll just shorten the air intake to where it comes about right here. Okay, so painted and complete. As you can see here, looking good. I pushed the light a lot forward and show how to do that, but you can see it next to the regular headlight here. Came out looking very nice. You can see the way that this print came out, or the way that the file is, they make it so you can kind of like weld or kind of mold in with fiberglass these two sections. I'm not going to do that. Again, you saw earlier there's like a hole there. I may just screw this in actually, but I like keeping it kind of two-piece. I want to leave it two pieces for now, or make it at least detachable, so put a screw so I can take it apart. We'll put it in and then I'll turn the light on and we'll give a final view here. Wow. That looks nice. Taking all that air and bringing it directly to the power steering reservoir. Now, obviously I'll move the intake around and the power steering I'll maybe move. The power steering can actually get a little bit too hot at the track anyway. The fluid, this will help cool that down for now. I'm not really concerned with it, but this project, man, it turned out great for like 75, 80 bucks. Yeah, I'm gonna paint it black, I think, and possibly bring the headlight maybe in just a little bit. But man, yeah, I really like the look of it. Turned out really nice. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.